Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Marlies, I'm from the Netherlands and this is episode number 3 that I do in English. My channel is namely about knitting and cross-stitching, but also a little bit about living in the countryside in a fixer-upper and my animals, of course. Speaking about animals, here by the fire you can see her a little bit. Here is her head and here is her beautiful red suit. That's Bloom. Bloom is our cat. We also had Millie, her sister, but Millie died I think maybe 6 weeks ago or maybe 8. So that was a terrible tragedy. She was only 1 year and 4 months and she suddenly became very sick, so sick that she died. And now Bloom is, well, she's very sad. She's a sad kitty. She one morning came home. We tried to leave her inside the house at night, but sometimes she just doesn't come home. Then she goes out the door in the morning and goes in the door the next morning, and we don't see her in between those 24 hours. So one morning she came home after being away for a whole night and she had pain. We couldn't lift her, we couldn't pet her. She had pain in her belly and in her spine. At first we thought in her rib cage, but it wasn't her rib cage. Maybe I told all this last week. We went to the doctor, to the vet, and she said that she thought that Bloom was had fallen off somewhere and that she had a few bruises and that with some pain medication for a few days it should be good. So Sunday we thought she doesn't need pain medication anymore and she can go outside again. She had been inside the whole week. She did not like that. And Sunday night she came home and she had a ball in her, I don't know what that's called in English, but here. She had a ball here. And we couldn't touch that ball because it would hurt her. So we did give her the pain medication again, and the next day we went to the vet again. But the next morning the ball was burst open and clear liquid came out and well, there was a wound. So I phoned the veterinarian and she said to come. I could come within the hour. And now the wound is cleaned and she has antibiotics and we have to give her 1 time a day the pain medication. She likes that, so it's not difficult to give it to her. 2 times a day the antibiotics. She likes those pills too. She eats it like it's a candy. And we have to clean the wound 2 times a day. She cannot go outside and she has to wear the clothing. Wait, 1 minute. Bloemie, kom eens. So she's very fashionable now. Red is an in-season color, I think. But she really, really, really hates it. And we have to take her out of this 2 times a day to spray and clean the wound. And then put it on her again, and she cannot go outside. And Oh, she thinks she's so... She thinks she cannot walk with this on. She can, obviously she can, but she thinks she cannot move. She's really, really not happy. Angry at us, angry at the world. Even, I think, she peed on the couch yesterday night. I did not like that. She peed in the cushion where the dog always sleeps. We did not like that either. And well, that's just frustration, protest, stress. It's horrible for her, and the wound is not healed enough for me to think she can go without the clothing, because I think when she is going to wash it, when she is going to lick it, it will go open again. So we have to hang on, and that's where most of my headspace went this last week. We also went to the vet with our dog, Harley. Harley is an old dog. He is a Dalmatian. Maybe I can... Wait a minute. There's Harley. Harley. Harley, kijk eens. Goed zo. There's Harley. Harley is already 13 and a half years old. And most of the time Dalmatians will become not older than 12. So he's really old, and we went to the vet just for a checkup, for an how he's going. We knew he got almost blind and almost deaf, and he sleeps a lot, and he becomes every week a little bit stiffer. And the vet said indeed he is almost blind and almost deaf, and he has probably a tumor in his belly. She recommended not surgery because of his age, and she also thought he has a lot of pain in his joints, and now so he got pain medication, also an injection yesterday, and we have to give that pain medication once a month for 3 months, and also supplements. And after the 3 months, so after the third injection for the pain, probably the supplements have taken over and he does not need the injections anymore. But she also said this is bonus time. He lives in bonus time, and yeah, we already knew that. We have him since he was 8 weeks old, I think. So we have him for a really, really, really long time already. He's our baby. And well, Bloom too. Bloom is also our baby, but her we have only a year, and there's a difference. So I did not knit much, and I actually did not cross stitch anything, but I have a finish. I finished my fingerless gloves, the same ones I made for my son and I shared with you last week. I will put these on for you because you can better see how it looks. Ta-da! These are my fingerless gloves. It's a little bit dark already. It's 4 o'clock or something here, but they're real purple. I love them. They're very nice and warm, and I knit them on a size 4.5 needle. I don't know what that is in US sizes, but for me it's 4.5. I have enough left for another pair and then maybe something else even, I think. But I'm not going to knit another pair, of course. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this. It is De Lana Rustica from Wol uit het Zuiden. It's Spanish merino wool, 100%. It's thick. It is 100 grams, is 193 meters. Again, I don't know what that is in US measurements, but this is it. Wol uit het Zuiden is a Dutch webshop who only sells wool from southern European countries like Spain and Portugal. And I like that webshop very much. They have very, very beautiful yarns. I also filmed something for you earlier today, and I think you will like it. You can watch that now. And now you might be thinking, what is she doing with her spice rack? Well, let me tell you, it's a fun story and I think you'll like it. It has to do with thread. Because when we wanted to move here in this countryside house, the niece of my mother had to move from her countryside house to an apartment because she couldn't live there anymore. She was too old and her husband had died 2 years before, so she couldn't manage it all by herself anymore. And we could get a lot of her stuff, mainly from for working in the garden, but also this spice rack. And what is so special to this spice rack? These are all old bobbins. She and her husband bought this rack in the Provence in France 30 or 40 or 50 years ago, a long time ago. Shepherds made these and they are all made from bobbins where used to be thread on. And I think it's such a wonderful story and a wonderful spice rack, and I'm very, very happy with it. I will post a picture somewhere for you to take a closer look. But I thought you might like this spice rack and the story behind it. I hope you liked it. This is the end of my video. I really hope you liked the whole video and you like, subscribe and leave a comment for me. Please, it would make my day. Have a nice weekend, have a nice week. I hope you are going to make something beautiful or something you enjoy doing. And I have to wake my dog because it's time for him and me to go outside. And then I'm going to edit this and tomorrow morning it will be on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me. And I hope to see you next week in the next episode. Bye!